Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohamad Shahbirin, and right now I will explain about the Industrial Revolution 4.0. So the Industrial Revolution 4.0 or the Fourth Industrial Revolution, also known as the Industry 4.0, described by Matteo Talmasens as the time for cyber physical system (CPS), which are the integration of computation, networking and physical process. The Industry 4.0 are promising to transform the way people interact with the engineered system, just as the internet has transformed the way people interact with the information. Then, the Fourth Industrial Revolution is characterized by highly intelligent connected systems that create a fully digital value chain. Now, we move to the impact of the Industrial Revolution 4.0 on auditors. So, the emerging technologies are altering the financial reporting environment substantially, and these changes is accelerating. So the effect is the auditors become less likely can design traditional substantive tests by themselves. After that, as industry more towards the next generation, auditing should also adapt to the new environment. So the auditors can leverage new technologies to collect a large range of data just involving a few or simple judgment and eventually can achieve accurate assurance. Now we move to the factors driving technological changes in audit. So, the latest advance in technology promise significant benefits for the audit profession, with a few key drivers signalling the needs for technological change in audit. So, such drivers include the rapid increase in volume of data, changes in the business models, the shift toward automation, and the demand for a proactive and forward-looking approach to audit. So, this development required auditors to be technologically sound to enable them to continue servicing business and to execute high-quality audit services. So, coming next, my friends will explain more about the impact of Industrial Revolution 4.0 toward audit professions.
Hi, I am Nurul Izzati and I will continue this presentation with the article that I found related to Industrial Revolution 4.0 in auditing. The title of this article is The Use of Virtual Reality in Auditing, which was published by Solomon on 9 October 2019. Solomon is a holder of Certified Information System Auditor, CISA, and Certified Information Security Manager, CISM from ISACA. Before that, I will explain the meaning of virtual reality. Virtual reality is actually the use of computer technology to create a simulated environment. Users are being transferred to a virtual world that is distinct from the one in which the users are currently located. In the concept of audit, this virtual reality will be performed electronically without face-to-face interaction between an organization and the auditing party. In certain situations, these audits may need the utilization of live video streaming for conferences or even a facility visit. The majority of tasks in a virtual audit should be completed off-site, yet some conditions may need the auditor visiting the facility as well. The usage of virtual reality has affected the auditing process. First thing is that it helps the organization to conduct the audit without going to the actual site. The meaning here is that the company can provide their information or documents by only sharing their desktop screen or video conferencing using Skype or Zoom. Other than that, they also can share by sending it through email, Google Drive, and other similar service. Besides, this virtual technology in auditing also can assist the auditor in manual inspection, where the manual controls are being conducted consistently and appropriately recorded. An auditor may review backups to ensure that they are scheduled to execute regularly. He or she will verify to ensure if documents are correctly filled out. Other than that, this virtual reality can be used for financial auditing and reviews. To extend this statement, virtual reality can help the viewer to have two different points of view when they are provided financial figures with three-dimensional graph rather than two-dimensional graph.
Hi and Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurul Izawani. Okay, now I will continue for the next article that we have discussed. The article was titled Facing Industry Revolution 4.0 for Millennial Accountants, produced by Bambang Handoko in 2019. In this article, the fate of millennial accountants profession in the future has been discussed in line with the rapid rise of artificial intelligence technologies. This is because the system technology will accomplish the task quickly at a lower cost and with a lower chance of errors and fraud. But before that, what are the millennial accountants? Millennial accountants are accountants who are born between the early 1980s and the early 2000s, or known as Generation Y. Usually, this generation will not stranger to the digital world since they grew up during a period of rapid technological advancement. So, in order for their jobs to remain relevant in the future, they need to make sure that they will stay on top of the technology. And for artificial intelligence, this is one of the components under Industry Revolution 4.0 and defined as the simulation in a machine that is intended to imitate the process of human intelligence and duplicate its activity, which allow the system to think more methodically and swiftly than humans, and immediate output can be generated. This technology also has been used in accounting and begin to be applied by several fields such as audit, risk management, vendor reconciliation, regulation, and trend analysis. Under this article, they also mentioned that millennial accountants need to prepare the right strategy to face this technology challenge. They need to have the value that artificial intelligence doesn't have, such as creativity, excellence, understanding of technology, and information system. All of these values are important as it can make the millennial accountants differ from the artificial intelligence. For example, we know that the learning process of artificial intelligence begins with the programmer start putting the hundred of different sort of samples, and the system then learn from those samples and make the outcome more rigid. But in main power, they will be able to think creatively and come up with the out-of-the-box idea, which will give more benefit to the industry and business performance. And last but not least, millennial accountants also can collaborate with the artificial intelligence and work together in the development economy. It is because even though there are many rumors that accounting may be done by robots, the accountant's job should not be completely replaced by the technology, because the existence of technology in the form of accounting software will only serve to facilitate the accountant's work. Therefore, it is not enough for accountants to have the academic qualities, but they must also have the soft skills such as teamwork, leadership, presentation skill, communication skill, and decision making in order to distinguish themselves from the artificial intelligence and to survive in the future.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Yusuf. Now I will be presenting Big Data in Auditing. This article, Big Data in Auditing for the Future of Data-Driven Fraud Detection, was published by Bambang Leo Handoko, an Associate Professor of the Department of Accounting at Binti University. Big data is a term used to refer to extremely large data sets that may be analyzed using technology to reveal patterns, trends, and association. How big data improve the audit? Firstly is better decision making. Big data analytics can provide high-quality data to help decision-making so that companies can compete and grow by providing better audit evidence, financial reports, and relevant business insight. Secondly, it can detect fraud. With the help of technology, analytics can help to detect patterns and anomalies. An anomaly is an irregularity that can occur due to weak internal control within the company. Often, a lack of supervision and individualistic attitude lead to higher level of fraud, such as asset theft, duplicated data, fraudulent statements, and corruption. Thirdly, is reducing costs. Businesses usually end up spending a lot on audits. The leading reason for unexpected expenditure is human error. Big data offers a solution by automating the process. It targets different portions of auditing and automates repetitive tasks. However, there is barriers to adopt big data in auditing. Firstly is lack of human resources who have special skills. It is often difficult for companies to conduct analytics due to the lack of the human resources who have special expertise in the analytic field. Some employees still don't have one knowledge or ability to carry out deep data analysis. Next is the bad quality of data. There is nothing more dangerous for data analytics than inaccurate data. Without good input, the output will not be reliable. The main cause of inaccurate data is manual errors made during data entry. This can have significant negative consequences if the analysis is used to influence decision. Last but not least is the lack of access to the data. Access to the good quality data is fundamental to the audit process. Auditors will need to have access to the underlying data, and if the auditor has doubt about the quality of the data, it will be more challenging to determine whether the information is accurate.
Hi, my name is Azlan, and now I will present the case study regarding the digitization of audit procedures in the Automotive Industry Action Group. Before that, let me tell you about the overview of AIAG. AIAG is a non-profitable organization that has been established since 1982 in Southeast Michigan. AIAG also is a unique organization where companies in the mobility industries have worked collaboratively to drive down the cost and complexity in the supply chain. Next is the audit layers process where the digitization takes place in AIAG. LPA is a quality technique used by the auditors that focus on observing and validating how products are made, rather than inspecting the finishing product. It can be considered as a key element in the audit process since it also can verify the work and activity from the audited company, whether it is carried out with established standard or not. So now, we move to the case study. This case study is carried out to see the impact of the digitization of layered process audit in AIAG. This study has been done by 2 stages, which the first stage is meant to train the auditors and employees on traditional ways of performing layered audit process in the company by using papers and manual indicators. And it turns out that this method is not efficient at all because it takes a long time to rewrite the data and set the new list. The second stage of this case study is where the digitization is being injected to the LPA. This stage focuses on the performing the LPA using the tablets and internet connection. This method is easy to be reviewed by the managers since it is linked through the emails. So, after finishing these 2 stages, the feedback question is distributed to the employee, and it turns out that the majority of them agree that the usage of tablet and internet connection can make the audit process easier. So, it will increase the audit performance in AIAG.